Now, from typing so many people, um, have you found connections that surprised you? Certain um, maybe characteristics or traits from people that you didn't realize may be connected?
Yeah, yeah, that was that's that's where all this like took a sharp turn because like it started for us first with sales because we were using trying to understand basic personality type for sales years ago in our RC airplane business. And then it's like kind of cool and fun and kind of a horoscope type deal for
Hmm.
self-realization, and you could tell your parents this is who I am, this is why you never knew me, and all that kind of stuff. And then once we started to kind of play this objective game where we would type people and then we would get them the same, we would load them, throw them in these Google Docs, and at the time Google the Google Docs software was relatively new, so you couldn't really put pictures in there. It was very glitchy. So we were just logging the names away. And then when we finally, a few years later, updated the Google Docs where we could put pictures in, we realized that a lot of the same people that we had typed are the same type, that they tend to look the same. And then we thought that was just happening in that one doc, and then we realized that it's happening in all the rest. So it's like this picture or puzzle is slowly emerging with all these little data points. And so the things to answer your question, the things that was like worldview breaking, like traumatizing, was like people of the same type often look the same, talk the same. It's the same fears, the same health issues, same sexual preference, stuff like this. The same internal monologue, not internal monologue, as far as we can tell, like how their brains are, whether they're visually creative, like the visual, the audio, kinesthetic, that kind of stuff is something that we're tracking, or something that we're seeing. And that sounds really cool. That sounds really fun, right? Then you sit down and you watch like 10 people of your same type. From me, it's going to be like Andrew Garfield, Belky Bartokomous from Perfect Strangers,
Hmm.
one of the slow mo guys. You could probably pick which one. So there's tons of different guys that are all my same type. Quite a few different like crazy cult type leaders and stuff. So like you're watching these people that are all your same type, and you're like, huh, wait a minute. And they're saying the same stuff. They have the same visions, the same dreams, the same fears, the same jokes, the same cadence. And it's the most intense, like embarrassing kind of feeling. Like, like when you were a kid before video was really big, you get like the Christmas video back and you're like, oh my God, I look that way, I talk that way, I'm such a weirdo. It's like that, like all the way to the point where your brain is breaking. And it's traumatizing. It's very traumatizing. And so that has kind of thrown us into self growth of like, yeah, this is really cool that we're tracking people that are very much the same, but that quickly becomes kind of scary because you're like, oh, I see exactly how I'm going to wreck my life. I'm going to wreck my life exactly the same way these other guys that are my same type wreck their life because they gave into the same fears that I have. And so that's been the big, the big, the big scary dragon that came out of the box.
Hey, I mean, maybe it could be therapeutic and people could realize that they have flaws. A lot of people are blind to their own flaws, so this could be a way to benefit themselves personally.
Yeah,